This is the Adoption is Love podcast. Real stories from real birth moms who've lived it, loved through it, and grown stronger because of it.
The choice was very easy because they give you a book with all their information and where they went to school at and where they traveled, like asking the whole nine. So when I chose the family, I knew they was the family for me to go with.
In this episode, we're joined by Birth Mom B as she shares what it was like choosing a family for her baby and what she never saw coming when she met them. Catherine Cheek from Deaconess Pregnancy and Adoption joins the conversation.
Hi, B. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Doing great. Share with us a little bit about your life and circumstances when you found out that you were pregnant.
So I was in high school whenever I had got pregnant, and I didn't know I was pregnant. I didn't even know how far along I was or anything. And then one time I had got really sick to the point where I had like a 101 fever. Couldn't break it. We ended up going to the ER that night. So I ended up going to my doctor's office. He asked me like when was my last period, and I told him. And he was just like, okay, like we're just gonna do all the works. We took a pregnancy test at his doctor's office. He said I was positive. I was looking at my mom like, ain't no way. And it was just more like everything went by pretty quick, pretty fast. Like the same day I was supposed to have a doctor's appointment, I ended up going into labor. I had preeclampsia. So it was just like everything was moving super fast when I found out I was pregnant.
Okay. What were some of the emotions you experienced when you first learned about your pregnancy?
It was absolutely crazy because I'm just like, I'm only 15, I'm going on 16, don't know what I'm doing. I should have just been honest with my mom from jump. It was just like a roller coaster of emotions for me.
What options did you consider when you first found out you were pregnant?
Me and my mom definitely talked about adoption. At first, I didn't want to go through the whole adoption process, but the more me and her started talking, it was just adoption was the better option.
What led you to reach out to an adoption agency, and at what point in your pregnancy did you reach out?
I reached out when I was already in the hospital, and first we had went through DHS, but when DHS said, hey, it's going to be different homes, different options, he's not going to be in one home, that's when we called Deaconess.
How did your agency, Deaconess, support you?
Oh man, they supported me all the way to the fullest. I felt like, especially my specialist that I had, I loved her. Still do to this day. They helped me with the whole adoption process.
B, what stood out for you when you looked at families?
I loved where they gave me a book. I didn't get no paper bag or a little pamphlet. They gave me a book. When it came to my choice, I said I wanted him to be in a home, like they didn't have no kids. So it was like two families that didn't have no kids. And so when I looked through the first one, I always say this because when I looked through the first family, I was just like, no, I'm okay. And then when I looked at the second family, I said, oh yeah, I like them right here. I felt like the choice was very easy because they give you a book with all their information and where they went to school at and where they traveled, like asking the whole nine. So when I chose the family, I knew they was the family for me to go with.
That's great. Did you get to meet the family at the hospital?
Unfortunately, no, because I was very sad about this process. I did at one point wanted to meet them because I know my specialist, she came in, she was like, hey, they're here if you want to meet them. I just said, no, I'm good. It was just a very tough one being in a hospital, and I'm only like 2 floors down from my baby and they're upstairs. So it was just very emotional. So no, I didn't get to meet them at the hospital right then and there.
Did you spend any time with your baby at the hospital?
Yes. I was there for almost a week and a half. So I spent the first 4 days with him. The remaining of my time being there, I did not go up there at all. It was to the point where I already knew it was crunch time and he's not my baby anymore. That's theirs. But now that I'm getting older, it's just like he will always be my baby. But younger me, it was just, nah, I ain't gonna see it because my emotions was already all over the place.
What kind of support did you have for your adoption decision?
I had good support. I had good support through Deaconess, of course. I had a good support with my mom. Really, nobody else knew in my family. The specialist, she helped me. She got me through. She supported me all the way and back. She spoke life into me. And in my head, I really thought I was making a very bad decision just going through adoption. It was a very tough time and a tough moment. So when I told her, we spoke about it. She supported me from the whole nine. When I said she spoke life, and she supported me all the way to the fullest up to my court date. And then even after the court date, it was just a lot of support that I will never forget through Deaconess.
I'm so thankful you had that support. When did you first meet the adoptive family?
I eventually met them, I want to say about March. Don't remember the dates, but he was 3 months when I first met him. And I was looking like, oh, he's so chubby and cute.
How was that visit for you?
It was tough. It was definitely tough because I had him about January and I met them in March. She sent me a book about February. I'm going through the book and it was just his newborn pictures. And so about time it was time for me to meet them, I was like, oh, my chest, my heart, like it was just emotional wreck. But I eventually got over it and I put on my happy face because I was happy that he was with them and I love her. I loved her. The adoptive dad, of course, he was there for support, but I really loved the adoptive mom. Like me and her got a very good bond that day. She was showing me all the pictures and everything. And I could tell she was kind of standoffish too, but it was just like we had to both break it some way, somehow, because this is my first time meeting y'all.
Did you get to hold your baby?
Yes, they let me hold him the whole time we was there. Unless he needs to be changed or fed. I was just like, uh-oh, go back with your adoptive mom.
Looking back, what are you most grateful for about your decision to choose adoption?
I'm very grateful for the support, of course. I'm very grateful for the specialists I had. I'm very grateful for everything. The more I get older, the more I realize I made a good decision, especially choosing Deaconess. Yeah.
Great. What was the most difficult part of your decision for adoption?
Really just giving him away. Won't be able to spend that time with him. Won't be able to really experience the full being a mom thing. And having him at a young age really didn't stop anything. I mean, looking back, did I regret it? Yes. But now, no. Because I know he's in a good place.
Thank you for meeting with us today. We hope you know we're always here to support you.
Thank you for having me. I'm very grateful for the retreats that we have, the parties that we have. I am grateful for everything.
Thanks for listening to the Adoption is Love podcast, brought to you by Deaconess Pregnancy and Adoption. If you're curious about open adoption or just need someone to talk to, an adoption specialist is available at adoptionis.love.